Jakey, come on. You gotta get on this side. You ready? You ready? You gonna get in there? Here, this side. Look at all the room you got. Get in there. Get in there. Load up. Good boy. Jakey, hey, you wanna go fishing? You wanna go fishing? You excited? Yeah? Yeah? I'm excited to go fishing, Dad. All I do is lay on the deck and pant real hard and get excited when people walk by. I don't do any actual fishing, but I like to go for the ride. What's going on, guys? Out here at the Conway Riverwalk on the Waccamaw River, where we took our first family fishing trip of 2019 and got skunked on the catfish. We're gonna see if we can't turn that around today. See if we can't actually get on something good. Maybe something for the table tonight. A little catfish dinner with some slaw and baked beans sounds good to me. I've got Drake Meister Flex here with us today. Drake Meister Flex, what you doing, buddy? You sniffing around? You happy to be fishing? Are you happy to be fishing? Are you happy to be here? Are you so excited? Are you so excited? Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, so we're gonna get to it. Go ahead and get set up and get Drakey some more water because he looks like he's thirsty and he just got done drinking a whole bottle. So hang tight. We'll be right back. Okay, so we're all rigged and ready to rock and roll. Sherry's already playing with the brim over there with artificial baits. I did bring some worms for the brim a little bit later too, if we don't get anything happening with the catfish or mudfish or whatever may be going on in the water today. We're fishing two techniques today. We're gonna go ahead and use one rod with a double drop leader like I've shown in past videos, and we're gonna bait that with some shiners today. We got two rods set up like that, and then we have two rods set up with my version of the catfish rig. I don't know if there's a technical name to this. I don't even think I've seen it anywhere. It's just something that I've tried in the past and it's actually worked. I want to say it's kind of like a drift rig, but we're not drifting today. Being that we're using pyramid sinkers, we're just going to set it right on the bottom, and we're going to sit the weight on the bottom, and we're going to have the bait suspended about a foot up off of the bottom of the water column. So that's what we're using today. We're going to use chicken livers. Once again, the water's warmed up quite a bit since the last time we've been out here. Today is probably going to be right around 80 degrees. I'm already beating up a little bit sitting here in the sun, so it is rather warm, and I'm hoping we can attract some fish that way with the chicken livers. So let's go ahead and see what we can't do. Let's get these things baited up and cast it out. except for one of the rods. I got 4 rods I casted out, one of the rods I lost the bait on. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast it out again, and then we're set up. It's time to relax. Relaxation. I can't wait to relax. Boom, we kept it on the hook. Messing with raw chicken livers, can't forget the hand sanitizer. Ah, so fresh and clean. Something we almost forgot. Can't forget our bite indicators, especially when you want to relax, right?
Worms.
You do worms now?
Fast little buggers. You're gonna have to hook them better, so like
sneaky.
Hook them more better.
Sneaky little wormies.
Because I mean, they're like one little click and they're taking it off.
So while we have the bite indicators on the big rods, we're gonna go ahead and play with some brim. It seems that they're biting pretty good over here, so we're gonna go ahead and rig up and see if we can't catch a couple. Maybe use them as bait too. If they're big enough, we might take them home and eat them. Here's that one. Whoa, throw it at you. Throwing it at you. Sorry, love.
It's okay.
Too quick, babes.
Well, I thought, wait, he'll take it.
What's happening? They are quick little buggers. Got my worm already.
Got my worm too.
You get him?
Got him.
Got him! Little Brimmy.
Gotcha, buddy.
That's a nice one. He's pannable. We'll catch a few more of those and we'll be able to eat. Because we have some more brim in the freezer and vacuum sealed bags. Decent sized brim right there. Catch a few more of those and we got dinner tonight. Alright, we turned the microphone around so you could probably hear us a little better this way instead of microphone facing the water. Go ahead and fire away, babe. See if you can catch another one. Almost. Oh, you almost had him.
I did.
He was right there. I seen it. I seen the color come to the top of the water.
He's probably still right there.
Oh, he was there. Found a little brim honey hole. Got my bait.
He's right there. He's trying. Ah. I don't think I have much worm left, if any. I don't have any worm.
He was a little guy. I seen him flop off my hook.
Did you?
Yeah. That one you got was nice. That was a nice brim. Good eats.
He's probably the bait stealing one. The worm stealing one.
Stole my worm?
Yeah, I need one.
Yeah. Oh!
You got off?
Yeah, he was on there too. I just didn't want to pull the hook too hard because I didn't want to rip it out of his face.
Right.
Ah, sneaky little buggers. All right, this is the worm right here. This is the worm that's gonna do it. With my hot pink Barbie rod. It's not really a Barbie rod, but it's Kaylee's hot pink rod. Almost had him.
Got me.
You got your bait?
Yeah. Little buggers are eating good today.
Good, grow them up, be big and fat.
Got your worm that time.
No, there's a little chunk there. We're gonna try with that little chunk. All right, rebait again. There it is, baby. Go get it. That's your rod. It's all yours. You still getting any bites or anything? I'd put it back down and put the indicators on it and see what happens. Maybe he was just toying with it. All right, false alarm, false alarm. It's a good sign though. Hit it again, he hit it again. I told you he would. Nothing? False alarm again. False alarm again. So close. Oh! Yeah, you see that bobber sink?
Alright.
Got my worm. You want me to bait yours too?
Yeah. I've got like a little stub of a worm.
I should have got some crickets while I was at the bait shop.
I have like little tiny itty bitty stub of worm left, just hoping somebody bites it. Look at it.
Hanging on there.
They were still taking it though, trying to. You.
Oh!
Get
son
off.
of a biscuit eater! He broke off. It was a big bowfin. He's over there munching on our worms, man.
You break a line?
Yep. Broke my line completely off. It was a big bowfin. He had to be like 2-3 feet long. I thought it was a catfish. I saw him earlier messing with the brim we were playing with that we're trying to catch. And I seen him come up to the top of the water. And then he kind of like just swam under the pier that we're on here. So I didn't think anything of it. But I got my hook, got my sinker. We're gonna go ahead and rebait and see if we can't catch him again. Oh! Ah! Wow, I don't know what it is, man. I think it's that same bowfin. He's hungry.
One fish flew off here.
I know, one fish flew off. I ripped it right out of his face. We're gonna catch that bugger. We're gonna put that thing on film. We are gonna catch him. All right, so what I did is I made a bird's nest. But I went and I got the line with the shiners on it, and I brought it over here while we're brim fishing because there is a big bowfin messing with the brim that we're trying to catch. So I figured I'd bring the one with the shiners over here and see if we can't actually catch him, because, you know, I did hook up with him with a worm a minute ago. He was either eating the worm or the fish that I had on the end of my line. So Sherry's got a snag or something. She got a log over there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get this mess untangled here and get it back in the water to try to catch the bowfin while we play with the brim. Because I am now determined, that's twice he got away from me. I am now determined to catch this fish. We got him. Sherry's got him. She's biting him. Get him, baby.
Holy crap. Can you tighten the drag on this thing a little bit?
Tighten the drag a little?
Yes, please. Holy crap.
Oh, it's a gar. It's an alligator gar. That's what it is. All right, get it over here. Hold on. Let me get the clippies.
Holy crap.
Hold on. Let's get this thing. I want to make sure we can see it. Here. All right. Stay there, Drake. It's a long-nosed gar, babe. Hold on.
I know. I'm just trying to get him where you can reach him. Holy mackerel. This thing is big and heavy. Drakey, okay? That's a big old fish, huh?
It's prehistoric. Good fish. All right, Sherry's first long-nosed gar.
Come, Drake, come. That's it. Sit down.
So I thought it was a bowfin, but it's actually a long-nosed gar. And I ran down that bank over there. I wanted to catch this thing, so Sherry did a good job. She hooked it well. He ate the shiners we got.
No, they fell off.
Did they?
Yeah, I saw them fly off.
Oh, so they flew off when they...
Yeah.
Well, he was going after them.
Drake, come on.
He was going after him, and what happened is you hooked him, and then the shiners came off the hook. So easy, easy. All right, Drakey, back up. He's got big teeth. I don't want to.
Do you have the Drake? Come on.
Drake, back
over
up.
here.
I want to get the hook out of his.
Out of his face.
I mean, I don't know how you would hook one of these.
Does have little alligator teeth, doesn't he?
He does. Alright, so I got the lip grips on the guy. Now I just don't know how to get the hook out of his face. So we are gonna use the pliers here and see if I can't get the hook out of him, and I'm gonna release back in the water.
Open up wide. I want to pick him up.
Want to pick him up and hold him? Careful he don't bite you or nothing.
Heavy, and he's bleeding
heavy.
pretty good.
He is. Bleeding real good. Hold on, stand back a little bit. There you go. Nice, babe.
Can we weigh him?
We're gonna do it right now.
Okay. I want to weigh him. He's a big one. He feels like an alligator. Like, I mean, his skin is so like.
Careful, careful.
I just don't want his teeth in me, that's all.
Watch out,
Drake.
Jake. Back up, buddy.
He opened that mouth really wide.
Let him go.
We got He is 8, 9.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay. He is. 9-0. 9 pounds exactly.
9 pounds exactly. Sherry's 9-pound needle nose gar. I want to get a length on him here in a second before we put him back.
He's bleeding so bad in his mouth.
Let him keep it. Let him keep it.
Okay, Drake. Drake, now come on. He's got alligator teeth. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come over here and lay down. Get over here and lay down. Sit. Lay down. He will bite you.
Yeah, that's a gar.
Yeah, it's a
needle
needle
nose
nose
gar.
gar.
Yep.
I'm
Wow.
just afraid for the dog. He's got some.
I'll tell you what, that's the first one I've seen.
Well, we were
Caught.
fishing for brim over here.
43 inches.
43 inches.
Fishing for brim over
43
here.
inches, 9 pounds.
That's the first one I've seen.
He's a big guy. 9 pounds.
Wow. You caught it, you did?
Me.
Yeah.
I did.
Well, we're over there brim
He was
fishing.
a fighter too, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
We were brim fishing and he kept taking our bait.
Wow,
And
that's the
finally
biggest
we
one
hooked
I've
him up.
seen.
See
Been here a while. And that's
Get him in the water, bro.
It's the first time I've ever caught one like that.
yeah. Watch them teeth.
Yep.
Yeah. So I was afraid for the dog. That's
He just feels prehistoric. He's going back in the water right now. He's a ruthless.
Yeah, I know that.
You ready?
Yep.
Splish splash.
Yeah.
Can you grab me another?
Sure.
Thanks, love.
Oh, those are our burpees.
Did y'all see that? I just poured this on my face.
Arnold Palmer for you.
I just poured Arnold Palmer
Did you?
on my face.
You poured Arnold
See it?
Palmer. You
It's
poured
on my
Arnold
face.
Palmer on
I
your
did. I
face?
poured it right on my face.
So we're out here just sitting and relaxing now. I went back and I looked at some of the video and I wanted to make sure we got some good stuff on there.
Look at the mess on my leg.
I know,
It's disgusting.
nasty. I cleaned up with a little rag. There's
I'm
a
gonna
rag.
have to do the same.
There's a rag over there. We'll get you cleaned up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that.
We're gonna take a little break right now though, because that was pretty exciting. Actually, running down hills and trying to make sure that we caught this thing because I wanted to be able to get it to where everybody could see it.
I kind of feel bad I stole your fish from you.
No worries. I'm just glad somebody caught it because
Well, it was a joint effort.
I had 2 failed attempts.
It was a joint effort.
It was a joint effort. You controlled the fish as I went down and I snagged them up.
Well, like when he first started, you know, when I was fighting him, there's a wasp and it's getting ready to bite me. When I first hooked him, he was fighting a lot, but then after that, he was like dead weight.
Right.
So there was no pulling him up. It was trying to pull up 9 pounds of dead weight.
Yeah.
He was just laying there.
The skin on that thing though was like
It was
ridiculous.
thick. Like,
yeah.
like that's what I said. It was like alligator skin.
Right.
Like it was very thick and like not like a fish.
Oh.
Not like fish scales.
And by the way, I called it 5 different names when we were reeling it in because of all the commotion and the excitement. I believe the technical term for those fish are long-nosed gar. Not needle-nosed gar, not alligator gar. Alligator gar are a little different. Their nose isn't quite as long and it's more rounded and broad as opposed to the long-nosed gar, which is very needle-like and thin. But those jokers, man, they got some teeth on them, and that's why I was using caution when we were trying to get them up on the deck.
There were several times I thought Drake was gonna get bitten.
Yeah, yeah. And that was another thing too. We had to holler at the dog a couple times because last thing I wanted was, you know, the fish to jump up and bite Drake on his leg or something. So that's the first time I've ever caught one of those. That's a lie. I did catch one, I don't know, probably like 8 years ago, and it was far smaller than that. It was probably maybe a foot long and maybe weighed a pound. However, that one was a beast.
Yeah,
I mean,
like almost 3 foot, 42 inches.
43 inches,
43.
almost 4 foot long. 9 pounds. It was actually rather light for as long as he was. Like, I was thinking that he'd be more, because he felt so dense when you picked him up. The skin felt so thick. It was like thicker than leather. I mean, it was insane. They're so scaly, and I mean, it felt like a dragon.
It didn't feel like scales, though. It didn't feel like fish scales.
No, it didn't feel like fish scales.
It felt like alligator.
Yeah,
or,
like alligator skin or something like that.
Very different than a normal fish.
So that was pretty cool. We're gonna sit here. We're gonna relax. We're gonna have a little drink. Good job, Leva. Nice catch.
I'm gonna go clean up my disgusting leg and hands.
Yeah, I already did that. Put some hand sanitizer on. I might do it again. I might rub some hand sanitizer on my legs. Because I had blood and mud and guts. I still do on my toes and everything. He was flopping around and he was slinging stuff everywhere.
Good catch.
Good catch. Cheers.
Cheers.
Great day. We're not done yet though. We're gonna see what else we can catch. We got like 4 decent-sized brim in the cooler right now.
Yeah, we have to re-rig those because I broke
one. We have to re-rig them. We have to get them rebaited up and back out and see if we can't catch any more. Funny though, when we caught that long nose gar, not alligator gar, long nose gar, when we caught him, like the brim bite just shut off. It was gone. It was done. There was no more brim bite whatsoever. So.
Well, I had a few bites after that, but I broke one line because I got snagged on a stick that I think I pulled up with the gar, and then the other one has got a little tangle in it. It's got a knot, so we got to fix that one and re-rig the other one.
We'll get them fixed up. We'll get them back out there. I'm gonna get cleaned up. I'm gonna enjoy this brewski. I'm gonna sit back and relax. There is no beer review in this video. Sorry guys.
I'm drinking that very rare beer again.
I'm drinking that very rare Myrtle Beach beer, that Budweiser beer. You can only find it here in Myrtle Beach. I didn't have time to stop and pick up a single beer of a craft brew from our area, so we did go to Food Lion last night when we were buying dinner, and I did look at getting a 6-pack, but you know, the thing is, I don't want to buy a whole 6-pack of something that I may not like. So what I like to do is, we have this store in town, and they have a beer selection where you can actually purchase the beer by itself. You can purchase it in a 6-pack, or you can purchase it one single beer that you want to try. So normally that's where I like to go to get my beer, my craft beer for the beer segment. However, we don't have one today because I wasn't buying a whole 6-pack, so it is what it is. Got that rare Budweiser can beer, Budweiser can beer, beer can chicken can beer, something like that.
Please sit.
Sitting here stuffing my gourd on peanuts. Stuffing my gourds on peanuts. Sitting here stuffing my face on boiled peanuts. If you've never had a boiled peanut, I highly suggest that you try them. They're really good. Look up the recipe online. Basically what you do is you use a green raw peanut. You boil it down with some salt and water and your own, if you want to put your own twist on it. I've had Cajun boiled peanuts. Those are really good. I like spicy food. So those are my favorite. Got a bag from Captain Matt at Waccamaw Outfitters today. He was pulling them right out of the kettle. while we were there. He is having his 5 years business celebration up there at the Conway Marina today. So we stopped in, shook his hand, and congratulated him on 5 years in business. So while I was there, got some ice, shot the breeze with him, got some boiled peanuts as they were coming right out of the kettle. This was probably maybe 3 hours ago. 3 hours, maybe more?
Yeah.
3 hours, maybe more. They're actually just at the right temperature where you can actually enjoy them. So they were piping hot when they came out of that kettle. And right now we're enjoying every little bit. And Drake is running around like the Hoover vacuum that he is and scooping up all our shells. So I can't imagine that's going to come out too nice. Might come out a little dry there, buddy, huh?
He doesn't care.
So we're still sitting here. Gorging on boiled peanuts. Salty deliciousness that they are. Let me show you what they look like. Let me see if I can find a good one. Get it cracked open. So it's a regular peanut. It's all soggy looking. It just pops right open like this, nice and easy. Just pop it right open. Boom. You got some nice soft peanuts in there. And you just discard the shell. My favorite ones are, I don't know if there's any in here. I've come across a few of them. But my favorite ones are the super soggy ones. The ones that are all soggy in the shell and everything. Here's part of a soggy shell. You just eat the whole thing. It's fantastic. Seeing if I can find one in here. There's one right there. So it's a little peanut in the shell. It's real soggy looking. You don't have to peel it or nothing. Those are my favorite. But peeling them is actually half the fun, so. I'm gonna sit here, peel a few more, indulge a little bit, drink a few brewskis. Then we're gonna check all the lines, rebait if we need to, and see if we can't get on any more fish. Another super soggy one.
Oh, I got a super soggy one, but it was empty.
Oh, it was an empty one? In case you were wondering what a horn was all about, if you kept hearing that air horn go off, they're still working on this bridge over here. It's taking them forever to get done, but people are going to be really relieved once it is done. You know, there is a lot of public outcry out there about this bridge screwing up traffic and everything. But you know, like Sherry mentioned to me earlier today, she was like, the reality of it is, would you rather it take longer than you need it to take to fix the bridge the way it needs to be fixed, or would you rather be driving over it and it collapse? Which, it was pretty bad shape, so it needed a lot of work. Regardless, they're still working on it. It'll be a big relief once it is back open and traffic can flow, alternate routes and everything else. So that's what the noise is if you're hearing it. The air horn constantly going off. I don't know what the air horn means, but it means something. They're getting ready to do something. Anyhow, back at it.
He's a weirdo eating baby.
All right, well, we got all the other lines soaking, like I said earlier, rebaited and everything. Everything's back in. We are playing with the brim fish again, and Sherry caught a little baby. Boom, going back in. Got to re-rig this worm for her, and I have the very last worm on my line, so we need to make it work. We need to make it work right now. We'll see what happens with the last worm. All right, There you go, lover.
I had to get the slime off my hands.
Ah. Got him. I still got my worm too.
Oh, man.
What? You got the tree? Oh. There you go. Good job. Ooh, careful. Ah! Throwing rods at each other. Throwing rods at each other. In case you haven't noticed, the wind has picked up. We're battling a wind right now, so. It was a gorgeous day. It still is a gorgeous day, but now we got a nice cool breeze, so. This guy's, he's a little borderline for me, but we're gonna go ahead and keep him anyway. We're gonna add him to the collection. I got my worm. All right, no more worms. We caught one more good fish. Actually, Sherry asked me if I had any artificial worms, so I'm actually gonna try it. We have some, I wanna say they're gulp bloodworms, and I'm gonna see if they actually work out here for the brim, so let me check it out. Let me go ahead and get one and see what happens. All right, so this is what we're gonna work with. We're gonna try this out. Gulp saltwater bloodworms. That's what they are. Normally these work for spots and croakers and whiting in the surf and in the inlet. But we're going to try it today and see if we can't catch any bluegill or brim on it. So, I think we cut it in half and try it.
Yeah, make them a little smaller.
The good thing with these is they'll stay on the hook pretty good. Drake, you better stay away from that bloodworm. One for you, darling.
Thanks, love.
We'll see if they catch fish. Moment of truth. So you're getting bites. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Almost. Sherry just said, I think they might have just figured us out. Because the bites have stopped. We were throwing real worms in, and we're getting bite after bite after bite. We were catching some, we ran out of worms, we put these on. We started getting bites right out of the gate, but now they're not hitting it at all, so rather interesting. Anything happened down there? All right, I'm gonna call it quits on the brim because I think our brim catching days are done for the day. I'm gonna sit, relax, watch the other rods for a little bit longer, and then we'll probably head out of here. It's starting to get late. It's 3:37 now. 3:37 now. We'll go home, get the brim that we did catch cleaned up, get them in a vacuum bag, get them all vacuum bagged up, stick them in the freezer, and then we'll have a brim fish fry pretty soon. Let's have a look-ski at what we got ski. 5 nice size brim. That's what I like to call 10 Waccamaw nuggets. Them bad boys are gonna taste delicious. Get them sizzling in some oil, battered up, sizzling in some oil, some slaw, baked beans, and a cold brewski, and we got dinner. Good day on the water. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. I've got all the lines out of the water, back in the truck already. We have, as you saw earlier, 5 nice size brim that will equivalent to what I like to call 10 Waccamaw nuggets. We'll get them battered up, fried up, and they'll taste delicious with some good sides and a cold brewski. We're headed out of here. We're not gonna have that for dinner tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and fillet them up, scale them, clean them out, and get them on some vacuum sealed bags for the freezer. Came out here today with the intentions on catching some catfish and maybe some brim. We got on the brim, didn't get any catfish, but we got a nice size long-nosed gar. That's a first for me and a first for Sherry as well. So 43 inches, 9 pounds, long-nosed gar. Probably the biggest fish Sherry's ever caught as far as inches. She did catch a 10-pound catfish out here late last summer. Oh, correction. We didn't fish much at all last summer. So it was 2 summers ago, she caught a nice 10-pound catfish out here. That's the biggest fish she's ever caught. But I'm glad somebody could hook that fish because I attempted twice. I lost it on the 6-pound test that we were using for the brim. And then I lost it on the 20-pound test, mono, with the shiners on it. I got it rebaited back up, cast it back out, and Sherry was finally able to hook that thing. So hats off to her. Put a nice fish on a video for us. If you liked the video, remember to head over to Facebook. Check us out, 843 Fishing in the search bar. Instagram, 843 Fishing in the search bar. And don't forget to like and subscribe. We have weekly content here at the YouTube channel. and we have daily content at the social media pages. So check us out. I appreciate you guys watching. If you've watched this far, thank you very much. We'll catch you on the next video.